Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. I'm Sabythesimmer, aka Sabythesimmer. I hope you're doing well this Tuesday. And yeah, we're back with another speed build today. I don't know why I paused and what I forgot, but yeah, we're back with another speed build today. I've realized that for some reason when I was like the whole time I've been building The Sims, I didn't think people wanted like multiple lots on multiple homes or just like buildings on one lot. I don't know that was a thing that people actually wanted, because I've watched other people do it and I'm just like, because I've tried to play it before, I was like, oh, it's just a bit of stress. I didn't realize that people like it so much. So I've built like apartments and stuff before in The Sims. Like I've got some in my gallery that are just like base game if you're interested. But when I did my like terraced home, somebody did correct me and say these are semi-detached homes or not terraced homes. But in The Sims, like you can't really have lots that are all together all the time. So even if I added more homes onto my terraced build, essentially it'd still be semi-detached because there'd still be space on either side of the build. But anyway, if people want to get technical then they can, but I was just like, it's a terrace build, it is what it is. But anyway, that's besides the point. But you guys really like the terrace build, semi-detached build, whatever you want to call it, so I decided to do a duplex. But I've started this a while ago. I think I started this before I started the I started this before I started the terraced semi-detached home, so this is slightly older than the other build, but I've only just finished it recently because I really enjoyed building the exterior, the whole build itself. Like I loved it, but when it got to decorating, I just wasn't in the mood. I just didn't want to decorate the home, and I tried to decorate it and then I was like, kind of feeling it, but I only like decorated the living room, and so I decided I'm gonna go with just a shell build. So this build is a shell. Normally when I do shells, I furnish all the bathrooms and the kitchen so that it's kind of easy for your sim to just move in, and then you can decorate the rest of the home, add like beds and living room space and things like that. So you can fully go crazy and decorate this home basically, because I didn't decorate it a lot. I just decorated the bathrooms and the kitchen. So this is a duplex. I found the picture that I used as a reference image on Pinterest, I believe, and it's on architectural design. Why was that a struggle to say? Architectural design. I can't remember what the site is called, but basically I love that site because you can see the build and you can also see the floor plan. So I was like, yes. I just followed through with the floor plan and the build that I saw, and then kind of just like use whatever was in the game to kind of replicate it or make it look similar. And I always forget that you can stack stairs, but you have to get rid of like the base of the stairs. Like I don't think I explained that very well, but like I always forget that you can stack the stairs. So I was trying to figure out where to put the stairs, and I felt like if I didn't stack it, there would have been so much space taken up by stairs basically. And this build did have a lower floor, so I wanted to like add that into the build as well. And sometimes I don't do basements. I don't really add basements to my build. Sometimes they're not really that useful, but I think this does make it a 4-bedroom house this way. And also if you wanted to use the bottom floor for something else, you could obviously use it for whatever you wanted, but I kind of had in mind that it would be like an entertainment space, and there's like a separate bathroom, a separate bedroom, which maybe could be like a little guest room. It's not a huge room, so I think you can fit a double bed in it. I didn't try to fit a double bed in it, so I don't know if you can, but it could be a little guest room, maybe a little single bed in there maybe, and then you can there's a bathroom down there as well. And then also I put the washing machine and dryer down there, and then I just put a laundry basket in the bathroom that's on the main floor, so not that far to travel. But yeah, I had to when I was playtesting this build, I came into some issues. For some reason my sim couldn't go up the stairs and I wasn't sure why, so I ended up having to delete the stairs, put them back, and they walked up it fine. But like with the second house, like I made sure I playtested both of them. With the second one, the one that's on the right, the sim walked up and down the stairs fine, that they could get to the basement level fine. So I didn't know what was the actual problem, but I fixed it because they could walk through it fine once I just deleted the stairs and re-added them again. But it was very confusing. I can't remember if I could see the back of the build, so I don't know if this was improvised or if this was like basically the same as what I saw. I really can't remember. But yeah, I wasn't sure how to like fully decorate this house, but then after we got the kits, I kind of went with this idea of doing a pastel kitchen. So the house on the left has like a pastel pink cutesy kitchen, and then the one on the right has a very like dark aesthetic, so it's just black metallic kind of style kitchen, which I thought was kind of cute. But it kind of got me inspired, because now I want to build like a house, but like for a little pastel sim, like a sim that's into like pastel tones, and like just I wanted to make a cutesy home. Like I think the exterior will be kind of simple, but then the interior I want it to be kind of like pastely cute. And I know everyone is going to do like YouTuber style vibes with that pastel pop kit. I think it gives that energy, so I want to, but I'm also like, is this like is there too much of it, or is it okay? Like, should I add to it as well? But yeah, I think that might be the vibe I go for the next build that I try and do. I'm just having trouble like furnishing my builds. Like, I build the exterior of the shell, and I'm like, oh yeah, I really like it, and then I just don't want to decorate. So hence why it's a shell today, because I didn't want to decorate a lot. I did the kitchens. I was like, I'm happy with it, happy with the way the bathrooms were. The bathrooms are kind of small. The main one downstairs is a decent size, but the one upstairs is an awkward shape, so it's a bit like a tight squeeze. And then they've got like a small garden. I mean, you've got space to like fit bits and bobs in there. I did finish the gardens, which I normally do, because I just feel like the builds look strange if there's nothing going on at the back. So I hope I don't get the name wrong, but I watched Sweet Simlish. I can't remember what build it is I watched. It could have been like an apartment, I think she built, and she had like, the floor had like a black tile or some kind of black floor tile on it, and I just loved the contrast between, like, I think it was maybe white concrete that she used as well, but like I just like the contrast. So originally when I did the kind of outline for like the drive and just the walkway to this build, I just went with my usual sidewalk slabs, which I always use for every like exterior, because it just blends in with the world. And then I decided to go in and kind of make a bit of a drive, or like, yeah, some kind of like off-road parking essentially for the duplex. And then I decided to go with like a black tile to kind of maybe look like, is it concrete cement? Either way, I just wanted it to look a slightly different to contrast the build a bit. And because we've got like these black windows, I wanted to bring in a bit more like of a black tone, because we've got like this wood kind of light brown shade or like yellowy tone shade, and then we've got grey for the rest of the exterior build, and then we've just got like a grey floor, or like just like cement colored kind of floor. So I decided to like break it up slightly with the black, which you'll see me add soon. And the build does have like a small little patio space, is that what you would call it? I feel like I never remember what these things are called. I guess it would be a patio, but you've got like outside seating. I decorated the gardens slightly the same, but like just different aesthetics. So the kind of pastel one has like a lot of entertainment space kind of vibe, not entertainment space kind of vibe, but it has like a chill vibe. I've got a little dining table out there and like some cozy seating areas, and what else, I think I put a barbecue out there and like some little planters. And then in the other garden, I kind of felt like it was a bit more of like an aesthetic but also entertainment space. I've got a bar out there, a little barbecue, and like a bench as well. So I don't know, I tried to go with like different vibes that kind of matched in with the energy that I was going with, because I wanted it to kind of feel like, yeah, one side is like really pastely and cutesy, and then the other side is a bit more like, I don't know how to describe it, just a bit more sharp, because it's like black tones and just like, I don't know, I liked it. I like both of them, but to be fair, I don't think I was a fan, like I didn't think I'd be a fan of like pastel-y tones and stuff like that in the game. But I'm enjoying the kit, and I had a lot of fun doing the kitchen with like some of the items as well, and just clearing it up. And then the little mugs, ugh, I'm so happy we've got mugs. And literally every video I've watched from people who have like built with a clutter kit, or like done something with a clutter kit, like everyone's so happy about the mugs, and I was like, we are really like the most basic people. Like, we love the most simple things in this game. And I just find it so funny, because I literally had the same reaction as everyone else. Like, when I saw the mugs, I was like, they come with like dirty swatches. So I was like, I love this. But I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in the last video where I was like, they had one job, all they had to do was bring a single mug with the tea bag thing hanging out. Oh, I would have been so happy. But you know, alas, we move. And landscaping wise, I just kept it simple. To be fair, with this build being so like modern, it had very, very minimal, simple landscaping outside. And I'm sure that there's like a landscaper that probably works for the company that have put up the build, and they come and like sort out the hedges and stuff. Like, I doubt this is something that the actual residents of these homes kind of like sort out themselves. And something I don't normally do, I don't normally put an ATM on like a residential lot, but I just pulled out a bunch of stuff from Debug and decided to put the like debug lamppost outside, and also the ATM machine. I just thought it'd be cute, and it just made the outside have a little bit more detail. I did add some cameras to the front. I was gonna add cameras to the back, but I didn't in the end. But I don't know if that was just because I didn't know where to put them, or if I just decided to just stick to the front. Sorry, my ear was itchy. And I decided to just use the debug cars, which I always used. And I feel like I always use the same cars as well, especially because when I go into debug, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but when I go into debug, when I'm doing landscaping and stuff like that, I just stick to base game, because trying to filter through and like look through the whole of debug menu for the landscaping with all the packs that I have, I don't even have all the packs, and it still overwhelms me with all the stuff that comes in debug. So I tend to try and do like base game landscaping, because it just makes it so much easier to find things. And base game has a good selection of landscaping like bits. So I just, yeah, they have several different types of hedges, several different types of bushes, trees, plants, flowers. So because of that, I just feel like I'm not limited with the stuff that I use. But if I do a more tropical build or something that requires like different style of plants, then I know I can use specific packs for that. Like sometimes I might use cats and dogs, or like island living, or snowy escape, like different packs that have different things. But for the most part, base game's fine, and it just makes it so much easier. So originally, you would see with the car park, I tried to kind of like separate it, but I felt like it looked weird like on this lot. Like originally I was like, I don't know how I feel about it. And then that's when I go in with like the black kind of like tile, and then kind of like connect it to the rest of the, like I try and blend it in basically with the lot. So originally it was just kind of like its own little space, and then I thought, no, let me like open it up to the rest of the build and make it feel a bit more blended in. And because I can use those little, I forgot what they're called, the little light strips, I think. I don't know if they're light strips or the little pieces of like the little white like lines I've used to outline the car park. I don't know what they're called. I used those, and because I could put them quite close to the edge of the lot as well, I was happy with the way that it turned out, because it really just blended in and it made it all look very cohesive and like blended in together. So I was happy with the way that turned out. But yeah, this build is on a 30 by 20 lot, and yep, there's 2 homes. Each of the homes have 3 to 4 bedrooms. Like I said, you can use the basement level for whatever you want, so there is a space for a bedroom down there, but you can also just like change the floor plan however you want and have maybe 5 rooms. And then the second floor, yeah, well, the top floor has 3 bedrooms in it and a bathroom. And I think the original floor plan has it set so there's 2 bedrooms upstairs and I think an office. And then the basement level, I think, is again an entertainment space, maybe laundry space. I can't remember what the floor plan exactly looked like, but I kind of followed the shape of the floor plan, but then decided what the rooms would be kind of myself, essentially. Like because I didn't furnish them, you guys can literally decide whatever you want the rooms to be. So you could have an office up there if you want. You could have the downstairs and an office. Maybe you can have like a secret basement for some other things. Who knows? Go crazy with it. But yeah, 4 bedrooms, there's 3 bathrooms. There's literally a bathroom on every floor. So the floor that you go in, the main floor, there's a bathroom, like a full bathroom. I made sure there was all full bathrooms as well, just to make it easier. I hate when my Sims can't have like access to bathrooms quick enough. Like it's a must for me. So I always make sure that I try to do full bathrooms as much as I possibly can. Or if I see an opportunity to do a half bathroom, I love doing a half bathroom. I love it. I know with the last build, it really bugged me that I only fit 1 bathroom in like 3 bedrooms. It really got to me. But I said, you know what? It's okay. This is kind of like accurate to the build and very realistic, so we'll just go with it. But it was stressful. Like I don't know if I'll use that build myself. I mean, I might do if I want a bit of a struggle, if I want to like rush and get my Sims all ready for school and work and stuff like that. If I really want to do it, I'll you know, if I want a challenge, I'll download that build and use it myself, because I do actually use my own builds, to be fair. Like sometimes if I can't bother to build, I'm like, what have I got in my gallery, what can I download and place in my world? Because I'm currently playing now with some of my builds in my own like what do you call it, like current household. And yeah, I'm having a good time. I'm trying to like hold out, and like them having babies and stuff, I'm really trying to hold out, because I'm really trying to like go at a slow pace. Like I wanted to play on long lifespan, so I'm trying to go slow. And I don't know if my laptop will allow me to do it, but I do want to film a current household episode with like the household that I'm playing with on my laptop. I want to, because I tried to film, or I tried to go into the save my family dynamics, and it was lagging so much, and it just annoyed the hell out of me. And I said I refuse to film when it's lagging like this, because I just get frustrated when it comes to editing, because I try and cut out bits where it's lagging too much, or like, yeah, I just don't like it. So I'd rather not film until it stops lagging. But I don't know what is causing the lag exactly, so I don't know if it's a matter of like something I've got to wait out. I don't know if I have to wait for an update. I don't know what it is, like it's causing the lag, but it's bugging me. It's really bugging me. So if I can get my laptop to not like crash as I try and film a current household, then yeah, we'll get like a CC kind of base game. And I've only got seasons on my laptop, kind of current household, then yeah, I'll film that. But if not, then we'll probably get another speed build. I don't know what I'm gonna build just yet. I do want to do another like British style home, so I think that could be the pastel kind of home, but I'm not sure if that's what I'm gonna go for just yet. I was kind of thinking maybe, I haven't done anything for like roommates. I don't think I've ever done a build where it's like 2 roommates living together or 3 roommates, so I'm thinking maybe I could do something like that soon. So we'll see what Thursday's video is going to be like, because I haven't filmed anything for Thursday's video yet. I'm still working on the Newcrest Craftsman that I've been working on, but it's a big build and it overwhelms me, and also I just didn't know how to finish it. So I went back to it the other day, and I did the living room, the kitchen, dining area, I think laundry room, and I think I did the office. And then we've got a spare room downstairs, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use that as like a playroom. I'm not sure what I'm going to use it for. I think that's what I was struggling with, because I felt like I've gone back to this build and built it at different times. I forgot what the original kind of plan was. So I'm pretty sure I had a plan for it. It might have been a playroom, but I can't remember. I think the storyline I went with, kind of, there was a reason for that extra room, because there is a room downstairs anyway, but then there's also like a separate room that could be used for something else, but I'm just not sure what it can be used for just yet. But yeah, maybe a skill room, but I don't know what skill yet. I have in mind who I want to live in the house, but yeah, we'll see. I need to get back to that, but it's just a bit of a big build. It's not even that big, but it's big for me. I don't do a lot of big builds, they scare me, okay? So it was big for me, so I'm just taking my time, but yeah, this is an expensive build, and it's not even fully furnished. So yeah, I don't know how you guys play. I don't know if you guys are free with like money cheats and cheats in general, or if you like to be realistic and like have your sim build up the money for certain things. So feel free to like clear out anything that can cost money in the second duplex if you're not going to use it. Like that's what I would do if I was playing with these two homes and I didn't want to pay like stupid amount of bills because both homes are furnished and there's stuff in it that I'm paying for that I'm not going to use. I would just like have the other one as empty. Like aesthetically it doesn't look the best because you have to look at this empty home next to you, but if it's totally up to you how you play, and like if you play with cheats and you're fine, you won't have to worry about it. But for me, I kind of like a realistic gameplay, so sometimes I have to get rid of things to make it feel like I don't have to pay stupid bills prices, or like maybe I can just cheat the money back essentially if I have to pay like really expensive bills. But yeah, the kitchen, this is my favorite part because it's just cute. I've talked over the bathroom, but the bathroom I think is where I got the inspiration to go with like this pastel tone. I used the tiny living shelf, and it has like towels on it and like little bathroom bits on it, and there was a swatch that I don't think I've ever used before, and it's got like a pink tone, and I said, okay, this is a vibe, this is what I'm going with. So I used a lot of like university stuff and the kit. I used the pink fridge, as you can see from Cottage Living. I used a bunch of different stuff that had the same, and I was actually quite surprised that the tones matched very well, because I was like, Sims aren't very good at matching all the tones. Like sometimes you want to use things and have similar tones for the through, and it's just not happening. There was a point where I was building this and my brother came in my room and clicked my other controller and it connected to the PlayStation, and he ended up putting the little clock on top of the fridge. So I had to cut out the bit where I had to like shout at him and fight him, because he turned the controller on and started like moving. He goes, didn't you want it on top of the fridge? I said, no, I did not want it on top of the fridge. I wanted it in the little shelf that's in the cabinet. So yeah, had to cut that bit out where I had to reconnect my controller so he wasn't controlling my bloody build anymore. But yeah. He's a pest sometimes. And then I can't remember who I saw do this, but like if you're trying to put something on a shelf and you can't, like if you're just using the 9 key, or if you're just trying to raise something up like on console and it's not the right height, I use the little cube from Dream Home Decorator. I put it on that, and then I use free placement to move the cube kind of shelf where I want to put the items, and then I just put them there, kind of move them away, because otherwise they'll just stay on the cube, and then move everything away. I don't think I explained that very well, but you kind of saw what I did there, just so I can get on the right level. And do I show you finishing? I think I show you finishing the second kitchen and bathroom. I think I do. For some reason I can't remember, even though I literally just finished editing this. My memory is honestly terrible. But yeah, this is the garden. When for some reason I knew I wanted to use the base game flamingo lounge chairs. I don't know why. Originally I was gonna go for a pink, and then it kind of scared me, so I went with a blue tone, and then I just decided to go with like blues and pink tones for the garden. So that's what I did. And yeah, added in little details. So they've got a lounge space, they've got a little dining space as well. Then I used the high school pack, kind of like what do you call it, there's a like boho style chair for the back. I just thought it'd be cute, and I kind of felt with the aesthetic as well. And I don't know why I haven't brought out that high school years plants. I don't think I'm ever going to use those plants because I just don't know what they work with, to be fair. But yeah, so I just put some little planters out there. I didn't know what to do with that little corner space, so that's why I put plants there. But I used items that I don't use. Like I don't think I've ever used that little like multicolored table that came with high school years. I've not used it once yet, so this was a good time to use it because it kind of fit in with the aesthetic, and also just fit with the garden space that I was cluttering up and adding little details to. But yeah, I didn't mention the price. I just said it was expensive and then didn't actually mention the price of the build. So it is 94,000. So yeah, like I said, pretty expensive. The fact that there's literally only kitchens and bathrooms furnished in the home. So yeah, might want to remove items or however you play. I don't know if you're going to play with 2 different households, which I think is super fun. I've tried it before, and after a while I'm just be like, okay, I'm overwhelmed, I can't do it anymore. But if you like playing with like 2 different households or doing a bit of rotational play, then it works for this. I wish we could separate household but have them on the same lot. Like I wish I could have like the same like play on a lot like this, have 2 separate households and only control one, and the other one is kind of still in manage worlds or manage the households kind of tab. But I don't know how that would work in the game, but yeah, we'll see. It's probably possible with a mod, to be fair. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a mod out there that can allow you to do that. I went with like dark tones, and I picked out this painting from City Living and decided to bring in a bit of orange, just because in the other build I at least like had some colors or tones coming through, and I knew this was going to be very much black and white, so I thought let me add in a bit of orange. So I did add an orange plant, and then I add in the counters from Spade. I was going to say Snowy Escape, but that's not Snowy Escape's counters. And yeah, I used the Spade ones. I felt like it had a bit of an industrial but like modern sleek vibe to it, and I felt like that's what I was going for this apartment. Like I feel like this is probably like a couple living here, whereas in the other one I feel like maybe it could be like sisters or like housemates or something maybe. But I was also like, this is a big build for like 2 Sims to be living in. Like imagine 2 Sims living in a house where you could house like 4 to 5 Sims, maybe even 6 Sims, depending on how you squish them in and place them and stuff. But I think the rooms as well are decent sizes, which you'll see in the screenshots. I always find screenshots so weird when there's no furniture in the room, but I hope you guys don't mind that. You can use your what do you call it, imagination. Why was that hard to say? But you can use your imagination there for what you can put in those rooms. And sometimes it's nice to have shell builds because you can just like do what you want with the rest of it. And I love the little coin clutter piece, so I had to put that in this kitchen because I kind of was like, this will definitely be minimal, they wouldn't have huge amounts of clutter, but I still wanted to add little bits, so I thought that little coin tray thing would be cute to have in the kitchen. Maybe they just put any loose change that they have from the day in there, and like bills and stuff is there with the little papers and stuff. I wasn't sure if the table would work if I put it in the center, so I decided to not and just put it on the side. But I really liked the idea of having a little seating area outside. I kind of wanted 4 chairs, but it's fine, we only got 3. And then I don't use the island living chair in the end, I use the tiny living one, and I try and bring in a bit of that yellow, those blue tones with other items just to blend it in a bit more, because otherwise it's just going to be very black. And as much as that's kind of like cool, sleek, I like to just draw out different tones from different things or different items I use in the game. But yeah guys, screenshots are coming up. I hope you enjoyed this speed build. If you did, give this video a like, and if you want this build, it is up in the gallery. I leave all the information in the description. My gallery ID is Sabythesimmer, or you can find me at Sabythesimmer02. Either way, my builds are up there on the gallery. And if you enjoyed this video, please do leave a comment, I'd really appreciate it, and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And I will see you on Twitch on Thursdays, Fridays. I'm gonna finish Plague Tales on Thursday or Friday. I haven't decided which day yet, but I'm gonna finish the game this week, and then I'm gonna do It Takes Two again with my sister, so we're gonna continue that this week as well. So yeah, no Sims streams this week. If you want to watch me play other games and complete a Plague Tales of Innocence or Plague Tale Innocence, yeah, the first one, then do come over and head over to stream on Twitch. Links, details are in the description. Until then guys, until Thursday when I upload another speed build or current household, haven't decided yet. I'll see you then. Take care, have a great day, bye.